Shine, shine, shine.
I'm for real with this thing, don't play no games. Hold the horses by the reins, thank God I'm tame. Not in it for the fame, just chasing dreams. Believing everything that God told me. Gave me a glimpse and let your girl see just what I'm gonna be when he part the sea. It's bigger than all I can perceive. No limits to what I can achieve. With God on my side, who can come against me? I'm down with the truth, that's G-O-D. The one with the power to make me me. The one whose strength is perfect when I'm weak. He said not your strength but mine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good evening, good evening, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome.
Take big strides, get you through into the other side. Don't you ever give up trying, and if you don't, I'll make you shine. I 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 make you shine. I'm all about the shining, especially in his timing. No pressure, I stay grinding. Just working, putting this time in. Cause if you don't work, you don't eat. And if you don't sow, you don't reap. Promises he will keep. Can't lie to you and me. You can trust in his word, every syllable heard. He can bring you back when you get deterred. You'll be preferred, once favor served. From the tail to the head with just one word. With God on my side, who can come against me? I'm down with the truth, the real OG. The one with the power to make me me. The one whose strength is perfect when I'm weak. Said not your strength but mine. Baby girl, it'll be fine in time. And if you get weak in time, that's when I step inside of your shoes and take big strides. Get you through into the other side. Don't you ever give up trying. And if you don't, I make you shine. 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 No worries, no fear. Just shining round here. No worries, no fear. Just shining round here. No worries, no fear. Just shining round here. No worries, no fear. Just shining for real. I make you shine. 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 I make you shine.
All right. Y'all know I love my little intro music. It just always motivates me to just be patient and wait on God. Just be patient and wait on God. That's the recipe. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait on God. I'm not going to do it in my own strength, in my own time. I'm going to be patient and wait on God. I'm going to do the work that he's called me to do in between time and be ready for the blessing. The overflow is coming. I am Catherine Yancey, and I'm coming to you from the heart. And today, before I even go into what we're talking about today, make sure you have subscribed, hit the notifications button, giving us a big fat thumbs up, shared the content, and commented. And I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, I don't know what's going on. Something trying to make me choke out and stumble over my words today, but I will go forward. I will go on. I will not stop. And the subject of today is learn how to pivot. Learn how to pivot. Stop letting everything just throw you off track to the point you can't get up and keep it moving. Learn how to pivot. Sometimes you're going to get to the destination a different route than what you had planned. And just get there. Sometimes life will throw something at us. I'm thinking basketball right now when the offense is going up to try to score, and then they do a little move and they shake the opponent and they break their ankles. What if they broke their ankles and they just didn't get up? The game does not stop just because they fail. Get back up. The quicker you get up, the quicker you get back on course. Get on up. Get over your feelings. What if you just so embarrassed because somebody embarrassed you in public and now you just decide to just stay down? Get over yourself. Get up. The quicker you get up, the quicker you can get back on course. Get up. Learn how to pivot. Life is not always going to happen in a chronological order in the way we planned it. It's not going to always be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and everything just works out piece by piece. That would be great if it did. I welcome that. I personally would love that. However, that's not how it normally works. So I have mentally made an adjustment, and I'm advising that you too mentally make an adjustment that things may not work out exactly as planned, and that's okay, because that may in fact be God's plan. So who am I to get upset about things changing when it could be the change that's destined to propel me where I need to be? Whether that's in my mindset, whether that's in actually a physical location. Okay. Stuff happens. Get up. Stop giving yourself excuses. Stop moping around. Stop being woe is me. Get up. Learn how to pivot. The show should not stop. You know what happens when people produce plays and stuff? They have another person who is an understudy, and the understudy is on set, although they're not scheduled to go on. They have the main person who's casting the role who's going to go on. But should anything happen to that main person who is cast, the understudy just steps right in and takes the role over, and the show goes on. You need to have it in you where the little person in you gonna rise up when it needs to, when you done had your feelings hurt, when you done been knocked down, when stuff just didn't go right. That little person in you is gonna rise up, and the show is going to go on. Your understudy is in you. Like, we ain't passing it off to nobody else. We gonna rise up in ourselves, encourage ourselves, get up, and keep it pushing. That's the name of the game. Keep it pushing. Keep it moving, however you want to say it. Don't stay in the same place. I remember hearing a story a long time ago, and the analogy is that you're riding through the rainstorm, but all you have to do is just keep going, and eventually you get through the rainstorm. So don't just sit in the storm under the cloud. Keep it pushing. Get on past the storm. I mean, sure, it can be justified. You really were hurt. They hurt you. They hurt your feelings. It's a valid response. But is it really serving you? If it's not serving you towards getting towards your purpose and being in the peace and presence of God, get on up, pivot. Pivot, keep it pushing. Like, I pivot so fast. Sometimes, no matter how major the things are that happen to me, people are like, did she just go through something? I could have sworn she just went through. I'm on to something else. I'm on to the next thing that's going to get me where I'm going. I done patched up that little wound, cleaned it up, and I'm on to something else. I'm not looking at it like, oh, look at my scar. No, I don't care about that. I'm going to get some new skin anyway. Y'all need to focus on what's in the future for you. Sometimes we get stalled in what's presently in front of us. And what's presently in front of us is the past immediately after the moment. What I just said is the past now. The word now I just said is the past now. And some of us just so stuck on the past. So what you failed? That's been 10 years ago. Some of us upset that we didn't get into the college we wanted to get into. We didn't get drafted into whatever sports profession we wanted to get drafted in. We didn't become the actor or actress or model that we wanted to. How long will you sit in the past? Nowadays, everybody can be whatever they want to be. You don't have to wait for somebody to put you on to be on TV. Everybody got their own little personal TV show now, starring you. So why you still sad and mad because you didn't get chosen for a job position when you can just create the position yourself if you feel like that's what God's purposed you to do, but you too busy wallowing in the past. Get up, pivot. It's another way to do it. So what, your plan A didn't work out? Shoot, some of us on plan H and pivot. Some of us want to use everybody as our excuse for not getting back up. I have news for you. If you are an adult, whatever is going on in your life, regardless of what happened in the past, is because of you at this point. It's your priority, it's your responsibility to heal yourself or get healed. Let God heal you, healed in Christ, or to not and be stuck in the past, looking crazy, acting crazy, talking crazy. Oh, I was supposed to be up there with Allen Iverson, and Allen Iverson ain't even played in forever. You still comparing yourself to, although he's a great, yes, but how long will you wallow in the past before you get up and do something else? Pivot. Everything that happened to you is happening for you at the same time. It's something that you're going to be able to use to get to wherever you're supposed to be if you would just choose to use it. We want to blot out all the stuff that we think is shameful or negative or bad. That's what builds your backbone. That's when you get the thick skin. That's when you learn some life lessons that would carry you through in life. And you don't want to claim them because you don't want to seem like you failing or, you falling short. But everybody has those instances somewhere in their life at some point in their life. It's not unique to you. It is not unique to you that everything then line up perfectly as you planned. You got tripped up. Somebody threw a stick in your spoke and made you fall. And that's life. Life be lifing. God gave everybody free will. Sometimes some people gonna do some devious things to you, and it's up to you to just get up, dust it off, and try it again. Dust yourself off and try it again. Now, sometimes we get a little fatigued after we try one more time. Sometimes it's going to take more than one more time. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down several times. Sometimes you get knocked down so fast when you get up, you ain't even had a chance to catch your breath. And control that breathing and get on back up. If you got some breath, be grateful. Find your silver lining. Find your cup half full. Ain't nothing more annoying than being around somebody who always dwelling on the past. I was this. I was supposed to be that. They stole this from me. Do you think you're the only one that was supposed to be this, that, and had something stolen from them? If you think that, you are delusional, basically, and sadly mistaken. Trials and tribulations in life aren't just happening to you. It happens to everybody, but everybody doesn't respond the same. It's all in how you respond. Are you able to get up, dust yourself off, pivot? Like sometimes there will be a mass explosion, and it is going to absolutely destroy, demolish whatever your last plan was to get to wherever you was trying to get to, that you felt God was leading you to. Okay. You have to pivot. You don't abandon the goal, the dream, the vision, the mission. You figure out another way to get it done. Anybody who's successful, they figured out how to overcome obstacles. When you figure out how to overcome obstacles, there's nothing you can't do. Because regardless of what happens, you don't let it stop you. You keep on going until you figure it out. You pray. You ask God for direction and vision. You let God order your steps. You are obedient in real time. I'm talking to myself. Sometimes God has provision for us and we want to do his provision on our time. It don't necessarily work like that. That's like somebody gonna give you a ride somewhere and they saying be ready at 10 o'clock. You like, well, I'll be ready at 11. Don't you need them, don't you? What you doing? I think you should be ready at 10 o'clock when they said be. As a matter of fact, be ready before 10 o'clock to make sure you're not inconveniencing the person who's doing a service for you. Some of us so entitled. We entitled when it comes to telling God what to do. We gonna tell God what to do and how to do it and when to do it. And unless he does it that way, it ain't gonna fly with us. Sit yourself down. That's when you need to sit down. You need to pivot, because that's wrong too. Pivot from that mindset that you get to tell God what to do and you just so entitled that he has to listen to you. That's weird. The person who needs everything got all the demands. Make it make sense. As a matter of fact, don't even try to make it make sense, because it's not going to make sense. That's not how that works. Learn how to pivot. Stop being a crybaby. I mean, there's a time and a season for everything, but the season ain't to cry all the time when the hurt happens. Sometimes you gotta just go on and pick up the pieces to get through and get to dry land, and then you can sit down and go through those emotions and those feelings. A lot of times the water is rising, the tide's getting high, and we gonna sit down in the middle of the water while the water rising and the tide's getting high. You gonna drown. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna live. How you gonna try again if you ain't alive? Put yourself in a better position where you can survive the situation. Then deal with it emotionally wise. Sometimes we so led by emotions that we do stuff that don't make no sense. You are endangering yourself. That's not wise of you to stop right there. Pivot. Keep it pushing. So what? Your plan didn't work. You know how many other people's plan didn't work? You know how many successful people had many plans that didn't work, but that didn't stop them from trying again, from pivoting, from going the extra mile when they needed to. That's the difference right there. Everybody has the ability to be successful. Not everybody is functioning in their ability to pivot. I remember being younger and being valid, feeling validated in, I can't go on. I'm so hurt. I'm so disappointed. I'm so, okay. You think you're the only one? Pull yourself together. Speak to yourself. Get yourself back in your right mind, the mind of Christ. Pull yourself together. You up here sitting in the middle of the road on the expressway having a temper tantrum. You about to get run over and demolished. You think you hurt now. You really about to be hurt if you don't get up. Get up and keep it moving. Go forward. Some of us, we can't go forward because we too busy looking backwards. They say that's why the windshield is super big and the rearview mirror is super small. You're supposed to be looking ahead. The only thing you should look back for is to see what God has already brought you from. Not trying to go back and find nothing and sit in nothing and wallow in nothing. You will get no pity parties here because everybody has something that they can be looking pitiful and feeling pitiful about. But everybody is not doing that. Life ain't fair. It is not that it's just not fair for you. Life ain't fair for everybody. Everybody got something life just be lifing about. And it's not a single incident. It happens throughout life. You're going to have to take the good with the bad. And you're going to have to learn how to not let that bad sit you down. Learn how to pivot. Learn how to talk your way through stuff. When I wake up and I know my mind ain't right, I'm like, all right, Miss Yancey, it's about to be a great day. God has great things in store for you today. Like you about to conquer it. You about to get it today. I have to talk to myself sometimes. You know how many times I wake up and I just want to lay in the bed like, oh, it's too hard today. And it will be a valid feeling. Stuff just keeps happening. That's not favorable sometimes. And it's a season of spiritual warfare, baby. Get ready to fight. And hopefully you're not getting ready to fight while the fight is going on. Hopefully you have prepared in advance. Some victories you just got to be obedient and God will drop them in your lap. Some victories you're going to have to fight for. And that's being obedient. Stop thinking that life is just happening to you. That's a lie from the enemy. It's not. Life is happening to everybody. Everybody just does not respond the same. Everybody just does not have to get shut down and sat down every time something happens to them. Everybody does not have to tell everybody what just happened to them every time something happens to them. I hardly ever tell what's really going on when it's going on, because I have to use my energy, because my energy can only be spent either positively or negatively. I have to use my energy to shift the positive into high gear. It's like putting your car in overdrive to get out the mud. Shoot, sometimes you gotta have them mud tires on there and put some chains on there. We getting up out of here. Your mindset has to be that strong that, hey, it may look like I'm sinking. It may look like I'm dirty. It may look like I'm never going to make it out of this. But, baby, there is no other option but for me to make it out of this. Because I have a preordained destiny that I will make it to. I will be claiming all of the things that God has promised me. Some folks just let the devil come and take everything. And you ain't trying to get nothing, babe. You like, here you go. Here you go. Well, if you gonna take it, then you took it. Nah, you ain't taking my stuff. I'm saying you ain't taking nothing. You ain't taking my children. You ain't taking my parents. You ain't taking my stuff. Now a lot of us, we focus on the wrong stuff that really don't matter. For real, for real. But if God said it's yours, it's yours. So he can't take your house, your car, your job, your finances, your health, your nothing. But you got to be willing to fight. You got to be willing to pivot. You got to be willing to get up when you get knocked down. Now, I mean, get up fast. Sometimes stuff comes out of nowhere and knocks us flat on our behind. Shoot, some of us flat on our back, laid straight out. But if you can look up, you can get up. So get on up. You got this. You and God are the majority. Where you are weak, his strength is made perfect. Sometimes you just got to go on and claim your rightful seat as the passenger. And let God lead you. Let his strength flow through you. Take a back seat. It's okay. Let folks see the God in you. Get out of the way. Because sometimes you need some supernatural strength. You're not going to get it in your might alone. We're human. We get weak. We get tired. We need sleep. We need rest. We need to eat. We need emotional support. We need stuff. But we ain't going to have everything we need all the time. That's not unique for you or to you. You're not the only one that does not have everything they need. And you're not the only one who has had some things taken away. And pivot. Get your stuff back. Double for the trouble. Double for the trouble. Not only are you going to get what was stolen or taken from you, you're going to get twice as much, 10 times as much. You're going to get the exceedingly abundantly. More than you can ask, think, or imagine. When you really trust God, the only option is just to do what he says do. The only option is just to go where he says go. The only option is just to keep it pushing. Stop acting defeated all the time. You ain't defeated. You acting defeated, so it looks like you are. Stop acting defeated. Speak those things that aren't as though they are. And stand on it. Got to learn how to pivot. There are so many things that are going to tell you to give up. People will come and tell you to give up. And you let those seeds get implanted, grow, take over, the weeds taking over. And then you lost in the sauce. If you've allowed your weeds to be overgrown, now it's time for you to go and pull them up, chop them down, and get them out your garden. Cultivate your garden how you want it to look, how you want it to grow. I'm telling you, regardless of what you've been going through or what's been thrown at you, you don't have to look like what you've been going through and what's been thrown at you. You gotta learn how to shake it. Like they do in sports. Got shook. That thing was trying to get you down, trying to hold you back. You know, shook. I'm still on my route. I'm still on the path. Maybe I had to go a few feet to the left to get around you, but hey, I'm still going downfield. I'm still going down court. Because I know where I'm going. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know in the end I win. So why would I stop in the middle? I want to get to the point where I have the victory. The victory that I've already been told I have. Why would you stop in the middle of the game when you know you had a victory? You wouldn't. You shouldn't. You won't. You don't. You keep going. You pivot when you have to, and you make it to the end goal. You make it to the promises of God. The promises of God are yes and amen. That means it is done. And with God, anything that is written, what do you start? It is written. Well, shoot. Let me find what's written. I'm gonna speak that thing. I want all of it. Pivot until you get what's written. Study so you'll know what's written. So you won't be scared every time something throws you off course. Sometimes we immediately go to fear. Oh, I'm scared it ain't gonna work. Oh, dismiss the doubts. You only get according to your belief. Dismiss the doubts. He said you don't have because of your unbelief. Get rid of the unbelief. When you really know what you know, you really believe what you believe, when you really know God for who he is, when you really have the wisdom of God downloaded into you, you know that it's a delay and not a denial. You know that those things that are coming against you are working some things in you, working some perseverance in you, working some patience in you. Because when you get that thing or you get where you're going to need those things. Working some love in you. Working some hope, some faith. Like we need some stuff worked in us. We need stuff that's going to make us grow. So when we get to where we're going, we get the promises, we have the skill set, we have the mindset, we have the resources to maintain it. We can be good stewards over it. Because what happens if you get there and you're not a good steward over it? You lose it. And then you don't have the development needed to be the good steward over the next level or wherever God wants to take you. So learn your lessons. And some of us get knocked down over and over again because we haven't learned our lessons. Well, you wouldn't get knocked down if you would stop doing it that way. You wouldn't get knocked down if you would stop going over there. Learn from what's happening. Learn from your mistakes. Some of us act like we ain't never made no mistakes. And good luck with that. Because that'll definitely keep you bound. So my pivot, you can't even stand up. You locked down in the lie. Free yourself. Stop lying. Stop blaming everybody else for your downfall. When it's not everybody else, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's me. Stop lying. Hold yourself accountable. Let God come in and heal those broken places, those hurt places, those things that keep making us miss the mark. They keep allowing us to get shook. Let God come in and do some surgery on those things. We don't want God to do the surgery because we don't want to reveal them. Stop walking around hurt when you don't have to be walking around hurt. Healing awaits you. It's already been done. By his stripes, you are healed. By his stripes, I am healed. But that's only according to your belief. Are you believing you healed? Or are you walking around with the entitlement to be hurt because something happened? Life ain't always going to be easy. I mean, it's seasons for everything. We got seasons where we reaping. We got seasons where we sowing. We got the rain season. We got all kind of seasons. We're going to experience all the seasons. We got seasons of death. We got all kinds of seasons. We only want to stay in the sunshiny season. That's not realistic. We need the rains as well as the sun. That's how growth occurs. Some of us just want the sun. How you gonna grow? You're not. You think you want just the sun. When you look around and you see it still sitting in the same place 10 years later, you understand that you needed some rain to grow. You haven't grown any. So you're in the same place, talking the same way, having the same excuses. Embrace your rain. And move right on through it. And sometimes we move too fast through the rain. I have always enjoyed the rain. Now, granted, I don't want to be out there when it's thundering and lightning and stuff. I'm not trying to get struck. I'm not trying to be stupid. But if it's just a light rain, I enjoy just going out and walking in the rain, feeling the rain touch my skin, enjoying another facet of God. Sometimes we act like if a raindrop touches us, it's the plague. We darting and dashing and trying not to get hit like it's bullets falling out of the sky. Sometimes it's okay to let the rain touch you. Another facet of God. The rain in life happens. God gonna use it for the good. You gotta have that expectancy of God using everything for your good. He wants no bad thing to come to you. He doesn't want any harm to come to you. But you're going to have to learn your life lessons. That's the only way you get to the promise. You got to learn the lessons. And the Lord's Prayer said, lead us not into temptation. Like, sometimes it's necessary for us to experience the temptation and get through it. But I ain't asking for no more life lessons right now, Lord. You ain't got to lead me to the temptation. Lead me not. I want that right now. And somebody can be like, lead me not into temptation. Let's put the other part on there. I want God to lead me for sure. And if it happens to go through the temptation, the trials and errors, the tribulations, so be it. If my steps are ordered, that's what I'm supposed to go through. I don't know what's waiting on the other side. I don't know who's waiting on the other side of my through. But I know that the victory is mine. Because God's already got the victory. Christ has already got the victory for me. I'm clear on that. So no matter how many times I get knocked down, how many times it doesn't feel good, how many times it doesn't look good, I'm going to pivot and keep it pushing until I reach the mark. Till I get the promises. Like, when you really understand that God can't lie, so whatever he said, it has to come to pass, throw him back his words. That's all you got to do to get through this thing. Whatever he said, say it back to him. If he said you the head and not the tail, throw it back at him. He says you the lender, not the borrower, throw it back at him. Because I'm going to need it to line up. He said you healed, you not sick, throw it back at him. He said you blessed and not cursed, throw it back at him. You better know what you know. You better know the word. That's how you know what you know. Telling you that air of confidence hits on a whole different level when you know the promises, you know the word, you know where you stand. When you have a kingdom mindset, you falling under the kingdom of God. You're an ambassador to the kingdom. You got access and you got rights. Know what your access and know what your rights are. And know how to unlock them. Sometimes we praying and the prayers of the righteous are effective and avail much. Sometimes we ain't righteous and we just praying. You got to learn how to get the access. Get in right standing. We asking God to do stuff for us and we want to do the things that we asking for nobody else. God said he gonna do unto us what we'll do unto others. He gonna forgive us what we'll forgive others. Get in right standing. Know the A and the B of it. Sometimes we pick up and we just start where we want to start instead of starting where we got to do the work. We want everything that God's got for us, but we don't want to do what it takes to have it, what it takes to receive it. Sometimes it's simple as forgiving. Your blessings blocked. You can't get a prayer through because you won't forgive somebody. God said, go get that right with them first. What you doing? Resolve it. Want to come to God holding grudges and all stubborn and trying to prove to yourself how long you could be mad over stuff you don't even know why you mad about it anymore? That ain't working for you. I know you may think you're teaching somebody a lesson, but the joke's on you. Let it go. Let go, let God. A lot of things we do trying to hurt other people, we hurting ourselves. Let it go. So what, they not going to admit it? They don't have to admit it until God moves their heart to admit it. Do what God has moved your heart to do. Free yourself. Pivot. Some of us have been mad at our parents for 20 years. Some of us got parents gone. I never forget, I had an older lady who had some issues with her mother while she was alive. And granted, it sounded like she did some darn right terrible things to this young lady who was now an older lady. But the lady was gone and dead. And this grown woman in her 70s was just angry and bitter at her mother. Her mother gone. You gonna let her control your life in her death? Pivot. Give it to God. Ask for your heart to be healed. Ask for the things that you've been doing that need to be revealed that ain't quite right to be revealed. Because sometimes we can be having a microscope on everybody else but ourselves. And there's some stuff that's staring us right in our eye. He said, get that log out your eye before you worry about the speck in somebody else's. And the log is much bigger than a speck. So we worry about the little things somebody else doing, but we ain't worried about the big thing that we doing. And we want to control them and tell them what to do and how to do it and when to do it. And we won't tell ourselves. We won't have self-control over ourselves. We won't practice forgiveness ourselves. It's a disservice to yourself. Gonna let that stuff go. Pivot. Going the wrong way. You're getting held up. What God has for you awaits. Pivot. Learn how to pivot. Get out of your feelings. Pivot. Your feelings will have you sitting there having a temper tantrum looking crazy. Some of us been having the same temper tantrum. Folks talking about, there they go again. They always doing it. You 50 years old. It's time for you to stop doing that. Some of us 20-some years old. It's time for you to stop doing that. I know you got your way when you did it when you were younger. And that's your parents' fault for not correcting you. But hey, you grown now. You're responsible for you. So you're going to have to line up how God says line up. Even if you weren't taught properly. It's time for you to ask for God to reveal yourself to you and give you some wisdom. Listen to Proverbs. Read Proverbs. It gives you a lot of life lessons. I love Proverbs because it's just that it gives you practical life lessons. You don't know what you're supposed to do? Go to Proverbs. It lays it out for you. All right. So stop getting stuck, knocked down in the laid out position. Some of y'all look like y'all been knocked out in a boxing match. Just laid out. Get on up. You got some more rounds. Come on now. We early in the fight. Get up. You're not finna lose and concede to losing this early in the fight. You just gonna accept that? Get up. Pivot. Try harder. Use some different tactics. Sometimes we need to do that training a little differently. We need to train ourselves to fight in the word, with the word, as opposed to physically in the flesh. Sometimes we have to train ourselves to starve the flesh. The flesh wants to do what it wants to do. And we have to say, no, we're not doing that. We're going to do what I say. And what I say is what God said. So, flesh, line on up in the name of Jesus. With the word of Jesus. All right. This is notice for you. Pivot. Pivot, pivot, pivot. It ain't always going to work out how you plan, and that's okay. Nothing is a surprise to God. He got you. He said when it's not a door, it's a window. You might have to work to get through the window or get to the window, but there's a window. It's another way. Never give you more than you can bear. And you got this. Because Christ is in you, and where you are weak, his strength is made perfect. Man, if that ain't a perfect partnership, you can't lose. It's the winning combination. You can't lose. All right, if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notifications button, hit like, share, comment. Greatly appreciate it. And if you like my skin, it's KDY Cosmetics, and that's my product line, and feel free to check it out. Let's talk about these KDY Cosmetics products. These pictures are everything. They are giving. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow, share. The KDY 6-piece complete facial system is great for fading blemishes. It also treats adult and teen acne. It is great for reversing signs of aging, and it also heals sunburn damage. Our hair products include hair base and hair based oil. As you can see, they are great for growing in thicker, fuller hair. If you have thinning hair, if there's a follicle intact, we can help it grow stronger, longer, faster, thicker. The hair based oil is great for natural hair and natural protective styles. Our beard based is great for growing thicker, fuller beards in a relatively short period of time. There is no buildup. The body based is great for preventing stretch marks and also just having regular supple skin any day. Lip based is great for moisture all day, and it reverses signs of smoker's lips. Be sure to visit us at KDY Cosmetics. All right. Until next time, have a great, blessed day.